Japan is already living in the year 2050. First of all, Japan is already living in the year 2050. First of all, on rainy days in Japan, you don't have to worry about your umbrella dripping everywhere. In front of every store, you'll find an umbrella dryer. You simply slide your wet umbrella in.
Why do soldiers wear scarves in the desert when it's already boiling hot? Most people assume it's just to block sand or protect their skin from the sun, but
These are the people who hit the jackpot at garage.
5 most dangerous.
You think truck drivers cut a hole in the roof just for some random mod?
These are the top 5 most venomous creatures on the planet that you have probably never heard of. Wait for the last one because it's an invisible rock that delivers a sting so painful you might beg for your own leg to be cut off. Comment which of them shocked you the most. But before we dive in, this video gives a massive luck to every person who leaves a like and subscribes to this channel before this video ends. First,
a fisherman accidentally caught a sea turtle while going out to sea for fishing. At this time, its condition was already very critical. There was no time to think much, and the fisherman could only send the sea turtle to the hospital for treatment. Its weight reached an astonishing 375 pounds. Just lifting it into the hospital required the strength of 7 people. Its shell was covered with barnacles.
I'm getting old and can't walk well. Might as well just chop it off.
Honey, please don't hurt yourself.
I'm old and my legs are failing. I asked my eldest son to buy me a walking stick, but he just won't do it.
Looks like I have to do something. Thank goodness Grandpa arrived just in time. Otherwise, Grandma would have really hurt herself. She can't walk at all without support.
These are the 3 most dangerous toys for children, and you have definitely played the 3rd one first. If you are still a child, tap the like button, and if you are a parent, don't forget to subscribe. Number 1, mini magnetic balls. Actually, these magnetic toys can train children's motor skills and creativity. However, if swallowed, the magnets can attract each other inside the body, which is obvious.
This little puppy was so scared that whenever someone picked him up, he would pee right there out of fear. Because of this, no one wanted to adopt him. Slowly, all the other puppies in the shop got sold, but he was left all alone. Now he would quietly sit in a corner, as if he had accepted that no one would ever take him home. One day, a man came to the shop to see him. The shopkeeper happily picked him up, but out of fear, the puppy did the same thing again. Seeing this, the man immediately
This pair of twin sisters had a bond so strong that everyone around them envied it. The older sister always took care of the younger one like a mother, and whenever she was bullied, she was always the first to stand up for her. They even made a promise. No matter who they fell in love with in the future, they would never abandon each other. Everyone thought it was just a childish vow, until one trip, they met a pair of twin brothers. From the very first.
What happens if you crack an egg under the sea? This guy decided to try it. He wanted to crack an egg under the sea to see what would happen. At first, he couldn't crack it because the egg was too big and hard to break in the water. So he grabbed a smaller egg instead. And when he finally cracked it open, something unexpected happened. I'll show you, but first, if you think this cat is cute and adorable, like
3 things only in Japan that feel impossible but are 100% real. Number 1, Japan has a special saltwater flashlight. Just add water and a little salt, give it a shake, and this small packet turns into a lamp that can provide light for up to 8 hours. That's why it's popular during earthquakes, floods, and camping trips. Number 2, for small cuts,
This video has millions of people arguing online about what happened here. Even stranger, one woman rushed toward him before anyone else reacted. Nobody could figure out how she knew he was there, but one missing moment explained everything. Your mom calls you at 2 a.m. and says she needs you. What would you do? Like and subscribe if you'd be.
This diver thought he was about to die when a whale shark suddenly started swimming toward him. Panicked, he rushed back to the boat, but instead of attacking, the whale shark stayed nearby and refused to leave. That's when everyone realized they had misunderstood the situation. The gentle giant wasn't hunting the diver, it was asking for help. Concerned, the captain immediately jumped onto the whale shark's back and instructed his crew to call the rescue team.
Max, this dirt is really tasty. Do you want some too?
It didn't look like real dirt. Wow, it was actually Oreo crumbs. He tricked me. So you played a prank on me? Now I'm going to play a real prank on you.
I'm back, Max. I'm going to eat some more dirt. No, this is real dirt.
If he deserves it like the video?
Max, this dirt is really tasty. Do you want some too?
It didn't look like real dirt. Wow, it was actually Oreo crumbs. He tricked me. So you played a prank on me? Now I'm going to play a real prank on you.
I'm back, Max.
Ever wonder what it takes to get those eggs onto your breakfast plate? From the moment a hen lays an egg until it's ready for sale, there's a rigorous process of sorting, cleaning, and safety checks to ensure only the best quality makes it to the store. Do you know how much work goes into catching every single defect? This footage shows the intense effort behind modern egg production. Ever wonder what it takes to get those eggs?
Today, when Grandma looked at herself in the mirror, she realized that just a few days ago, she used to be 18, and she did not even notice when she went from 18 to 68. And in all these years, she never even thought about marriage. But today, she had found a handsome old man to marry. However, his demand was that the girl should look young, and to become young, Grandma had to go through these dangerous makeup processes in which first, look, this mischievous student had always wished to appear in the most unique and memorable way on the last day of school. So his true friend carried him into the school on his shoulders. As soon as they entered the classroom, all the students and teachers looked at him in surprise. Everyone's attention was on him because he had chosen a unique way to make the last day of school special. And the funniest part was that even after school was over,
Ready to see a massive log become a masterpiece? Precise cuts and power tools bring this Jaeger rose to life. Behold the ultimate golden transformation. Subscribe for more. Ready to see a massive log become a masterpiece? Precise cuts and power tools bring this Jaeger rose to life. Behold the ultimate golden transformation. Subscribe for more.
Are you coloring her hands?
No, I'm doing her nails.
What?
Yeah,
How?
look, check these out. These are nail art markers, so they come in like a ton of different colors. There's actually nail polish inside of these.
What?
Yeah, so look, I
way.
did her base pink, and now she wants a little black polka dot, so I'm just giving her a little black
Oh my
polka
gosh,
dots.
this is amazing. Where did you find this?
They just released these on the TikTok shop. You wouldn't believe.
Ever seen what a service dog does during a full day at school? Watch this. From the moment class begins, this medical alert dog stays right by its handler's side. It has its own bathroom spot and calmly ignores all the activity around it, staying focused from the classroom to gym class. But the real moment comes next, while everyone else is busy moving around.
How do these women never wash their hair and still keep it clean? It looks strange, but there's actually a reason behind it. If you still have hair, hit like. They come from the Himba tribe and follow a tradition passed down for generations. They coat their hair with a red paste made from clay, cow fat, and resin. In their culture, the hairstyle represents beauty and strength, while also protecting their hair from the desert heat and dust. How do the
99% of dog owners don't know this hidden use for muzzle. Wearing it not only stops them from eating random things, but also keeps them from barking and scaring people, avoiding unnecessary trouble. Plus, when you're home, you can use it for nail trimming, eye drops, or ear cleaning, whatever you need. It prevents them from biting and is a must-have for dog owners.
when this girl looks into the sacred well, she sees both her past and her future. Because only a person who is pure at heart and blessed by God can see visions in it, and they feel happy after seeing their future. But most people, after seeing their past, return home in tears. And many atheists see nothing in it at all. If you believe in God, then like this video. When this girl looks into the sacred well...
Oh God, the police are coming. We have to hide this coin and lollipop somewhere. Yes, let's put them inside this carrot. And now paint it nicely so no one can recognize it.
Yes, Mom, hurry up. Otherwise, if the police arrive, they'll catch us all and take us to jail.
Oh my Sophia, don't worry. I'll hide this silver coin and ring in such a place that not just the police, even if the police chief's father comes, they still won't be able...
Do they deserve the hate? Honestly, no. They're way too overhated, which is ironic because they're actually really good. Yes, deserves the hate. Do they deserve the hate? Honestly, no. They're way too overhated, which is ironic because they're actually really good. Yes, deserves the hate. Do they deserve the hate?
When these fishermen came across a flock of drowning vultures, they instantly stopped fishing and decided to rescue them. So they grabbed their fishing nets and started pulling them out one by one. But eventually their boat was completely full and they couldn't fit anymore. So they made the decision to bring them all the way back to shore so they could dry off safely, then come back and save the...
3 things that prove Korea is already living in 2050. First, in Korea, people take body weight very seriously. That's why parks have simple body size frames to check your physique, with the middle one representing their ideal shape. If you can't fit into any of the squares, don't be surprised if you get a few side eyes. Next, school glue in Korea is made from edible, safe materials. This started because young kids often taste...
Oh my God, Mom. What are you doing up there? That giant statue hand looks really dangerous. Please come down before someone gets hurt.
Oh, calm down, sweetheart. We're being careful. My friends and I only climbed up here to take a quick picture, and we'll be back down in a minute.
Oh my God, Mom. What are you doing up there? That giant statue hand looks really dangerous. Please come down before someone gets hurt.
Oh, calm down, sweetheart. When this girl walked into this room, she immediately felt like she was dreaming. Everything around her was so massive, it made her feel as small as a toy. She was finally living inside her favorite childhood movies. But because she was all alone in this giant world, no one gave her a like. When this girl walked into this room, she immediately felt like she was dreaming. Everything around her was so massive, it made her feel as...
This little girl started crying when she saw the dog. The smart dog rolled onto the ground to show it meant no harm. When she pointed her hand, the dog lay down again. She realized the dog wanted to be her friend, not hurt her. The little girl walked over and gave it a warm hug. This heartwarming moment got only 2 likes. This little girl started crying when she saw the dog.
Did you know? This doorway leads to a garden. A simple door changes everything. A secret garden appears. Did you know? This doorway leads to a garden. A simple door changes everything. A secret garden appears.
Turns out there's a yo-yo from Japan that can make real ice cream. Normally, a yo-yo is just a toy. This one works like a mini ice cream maker. If you love ice cream, please like and subscribe. Here's how it works. Add ice, salt, and a little water to the bottom chamber. Then pour yogurt and your favorite flavoring into the top container. Now shake and spin it like a yo-yo for about 3 minutes. Never drink from a water bottle on a plane, or this could happen. At high altitude, cabin pressure is different from normal, just like how naturally you hit the like button. If a bottle is tightly sealed, the pressure inside doesn't match the air outside. The second you open it, water can spray everywhere. So be ready before you crack that bottle open, unless you want a free shower. So how many times have I said bottle? Never drink.
This home inspector consistently earns $300 per hour because he finds damage that others can't see. Whenever someone wants to buy a home, they hire him to find flaws and weaknesses to help reduce the price. He has developed the ability to hear the sound made by tapping on wood, and he can easily tell if there's a problem. In some cases, he can even tell if something is wrong by looking at the wood when he spots a problem.
If a crocodile has access to too much food, it might actually kill him. Because crocodiles evolved to go up to 2 years without eating, which means their metabolism slows so much, they barely need any energy to stay alive, which makes them nearly indestructible even when there's nothing to eat. But that same adaptation has a fatal flaw, as when food suddenly becomes—
My parents make me take a blood bath once a year. I found out why. Every year, the night before my birthday, my parents fill the bathtub with thick, red liquid, and I have to soak in it. I never liked it. My mom would lead me to the tub, and my dad would sit on the edge, checking the temperature. They'd pour the liquid all over me, making sure I was completely covered. Then, I had to wait for it to dry, leaving my skin tight and sticky. The next morning, on my birthday, I'd shower it off, watching the—
This little girl looked like she was about to fall at any second. Her mom had already told her not to play with a bike that was way too big for her, but she wasn't ready to give up. She kept pushing it forward and trying to climb on. It looked like a crash was inevitable, but instead of falling, she somehow managed to get the bike moving and started riding it. This little girl looked like she was about to fall at any second. Her mom had already told her not to play—
What will the players do if they win the World Cup? What Messi wants to do is pure embarrassment. Players usually make promises to make the competition more exciting and fun for the fans. Gavi has promised that if they win, he will dye his hair pink. Lamine Yamal has said he'll grow a beard and mustache. Cucurella has even promised that he would tattoo their coach De La Fuente's face if they become champions. And then—
Have you ever wondered what the longest candy in Disneyland is? Many people think it's the candy cane that is only sold during Christmas, or the famous lightsaber churro, but that's not the answer. In fact, there's a candy so long that you can wear it like a necklace, and when you find out what it is, you'll definitely be surprised. But if you love candy, like and subscribe. Alright, the longest candy in Disneyland can easily be found at Candy Palace.
This herd of elephants was crossing a river, when suddenly a baby elephant nearly got swept away by the strong current. Seeing her calf in danger, the mother quickly panicked and reached out with her trunk to help. Driven by powerful maternal instincts, she kept fighting against the current until her baby was safely back on solid ground. This herd of elephants was—
This man's swimming pool water was getting a little less every day, but he couldn't understand where the water was going. Then he himself tested with a syringe, and only then it was found that the water was slowly coming out of a small hole in the pool. Now, if there was someone else, he would have emptied the whole pool. But this man adopted the Indian way. He took out the chewed chewing gum and stuck it directly on that hole. But the man was not—
This is why you should never touch fiberglass. This material can cause severe skin irritation and make you incredibly itchy. But this kid does not seem to care at all. He rubs a roll of toilet paper on the fiberglass and calmly puts it back on the holder. And when his dad goes into the bathroom a bit later, you can probably guess how this story ends. This is why you should never touch fiberglass. This material can cause severe skin irritation.
This is one of the most popular fish traps used in China. First, you unfold it and place some bait inside. Then you take it to a pond and drop it into the water. The long rope attached to the trap is tied to a nearby post or branch, so it stays in place. After waiting for a while, all that's left to do is come back and check it. And more often than not, you'll find fish waiting inside. This is one of the most popular fish traps used in China. First, you
Tacos just got cracked, and they're rolled up tortillas, not chips. Cut little circles out of corn tortillas, roll each one tight, and pin it shut with a toothpick. Blitz the whole spice rack into one fine cloud of radioactive red dust. Fry the rolls until they curl up gold and crunchy, then bury them in that red powder while they're still hot. Tacos just got cracked, and they're rolled up tortillas, not chips. Cut little
This boy got detention, but even so, he was using his phone in the classroom with absolutely no fear. But as soon as the teacher walks towards him, he quickly hides the phone behind the whiteboard, and to pretend he's a good student, he even asks if the teacher wants some water. However, as soon as the teacher opens the bottle, his friend's phone falls out from inside, and the whole—
Tacos just got
This is one of the most popular fish.
This is why you should never touch fiberglass. This material
This is one.
Package.
If you have an old shoe lying around, don't throw it away just yet. Just cut a small opening near the front, pour some feed inside, and place it in your chicken coop. The feed will slowly come out as the chickens peck at it, turning an old shoe into a surprisingly useful feeding tool. If you have an old shoe lying around, don't throw it away just yet. Just cut a small opening near the front, pour some feed inside, and place it in your chicken coop. The feed.
Look at my number 6. Flip it, and it's a 9. Here's my number 7. Oops, slippery fingers again.
Hey, what are you munching now?
Oh, it shattered. Check out my little plane. Take a bite.
Hey, no eating glass. See, crashed again.
Watch how this woman came up with a surprisingly unusual way to catch a peacock. First, she carefully began tucking the bird's long, beautiful tail feathers into a large bag. Then, little by little, she gently guided the rest of the peacock's body inside and sealed the bag with tape. At first glance, it looked like she might be taking the bird away to sell it, but instead, she had simply packed the peacock.
It was her first World Cup soccer game ever. It's a tradition to throw the hat, but she was way too early. She is fascinated by the crowd's energy. She never felt something like this before. Have you ever been to a soccer game like this? It was her first World Cup soccer game ever.
Lo que pasó en esta carrera dejó a todos sorprendidos, y es que cuando empezó este niño adelantó a todos, pero pasó algo que nadie se esperaba, y es
It was her first World.
Watch how this woman.
Lo que pasó en.
Hand me that coffee, sis. I'm gonna drink it.
Wait, that's my coffee?
You can't sit in that chair. It was mine now, too.
Why did you do that?
Wait.
If you ever see what looks like a cloud falling from the sky, don't immediately try to touch it or.
In a stadium full of thousands of fans, the camera found one beautiful girl in black. She noticed the camera, looked straight into the lens, and gave.
Hey, you poor old man, look at this. I'm putting a rotten duck in your net now. Not a single fish is going.
This guy was on his last day.
While waiting for takeoff, this guy decided to air.
Did you know the original FIFA World Cup trophy was stolen not once, but
Don't think soccer players spit out water just for show. It looks like they're drinking it, but then they spit it right back out. During games, many players only swish the water around their mouth. A stomach full of water can feel heavy when you're constantly running, so they keep their mouth fresh without drinking too much at once. That's why so many players spit it out instead of swallowing it. If you've ever drank water, hit like and subscribe. Don't think soccer players spit out water just for show. It looks like they're drinking it, but then they spit it right back out. During games, many players only swish the water around their mouth. A stomach full of water can feel heavy when you're constantly running, so they keep their mouth fresh.
Every day, this boy would run out of school, and everyone wondered why. One day, his teacher decided to follow him. That's when he discovered the reason. The boy was extremely poor. His mother had to share the school supplies between him and his brother, and the two of them had to quickly switch before class started. Moved by the situation, the teacher decided to do something special. The next day, he came back.
Why aren't NBA fans allowed to keep the ball? Catching the ball in the stands is part of the experience in other sports, and some of those balls can sell for thousands of dollars. But if an NBA ball flies into the crowd, fans must give it back immediately, or they will get kicked out of the game. It's not because it costs over $200, which makes it expensive to replace. You see, when a ball arrives fresh from the factory, it is.
Who wins the world?
Never dive into the ocean if you notice a giant dark patch like this. One guy saw a massive black shape floating near his boat and immediately jumped right into it. But those dark patches are actually huge schools of fish bunching together to stay safe from predators. And whenever there is a bait ball like this, sharks are often lurking nearby. As soon as he figured that out, he scrambled.
When this girl stood under the sacred flowers, they opened easily because only a person who is pure and blessed by God can open this flower lamp. But when another person stood under these flowers, they didn't open. Many people came and tried, but no one was able to open the flower lamp.
The airport staff couldn't remove the bees from the wings, so the pilot did it his way.
If you have the courage, complete.
Passersby noticed a sign on a nearby fence that said, "Can you keep a secret?" with an arrow pointing toward a hole leading into the yard. Everyone was so curious.
While walking along the beach, While walking along the beach, this man spotted a very unusual-looking stone. First, he touched it.
This girl was completely heartbroken because the puppy.
Holy cow! What is that crazy guy doing in my room? Quick!
You'll never guess how these two people are related. At first glance, most people think they're siblings, while others are convinced they're a couple, but that's not even close. The truth is far more surprising than you'd expect. They are actually father and daughter. You'll never guess how these two people are related. At first glance, most people think they're siblings, while others are convinced they're a couple, but that's not even close.
This This device lets you breathe underwater for 20 minutes. It's called a mini diving tank, and unlike traditional scuba gear, it's small enough to fit in one hand. It's lightweight and gives you a portable air supply while you're underwater. And when it runs out, you can refill it using a hand pump without needing large diving equipment, letting you stay underwater far longer than you normally could. That's why if you breathe air, hit like. This device lets you breathe.
The 2026 World Cup.
Neymar became a dad again, but still didn't get what he was hoping for. At this point, Neymar officially has nobody left to take over his spot in football. He's got 5 kids now from 3 different moms. His first son, Luka, is the same age as Cristiano Jr. Everyone thought Neymar was already raising the next Brazilian number 10, but Luka decided to go play.
This man brought his mom a new wheelchair today, but as soon as he uncovered it, she immediately refused. She didn't believe this new thing would work well, and even doubted whether it could be used in the basement. The man didn't argue. He simply let her compare it herself. The difference became even clearer on the slope. The new wheelchair passed easily, while the old one struggled noticeably. At the roadside, the mother fell silent.
3 things in Korea that just make sense. First, in Korea, when a customer's soup starts to cool down, the staff don't take it back to the kitchen. Instead, they bring blazing hot stones directly to the table. You drop one into the soup, and it instantly begins to boil again. Next, in Korean bars, you'll find automated beer machines. Just place your glass, and the machine pours the perfect amount and finishes it with the ideal.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying.
When the client complained about the nail tech, the way the salon owner reacted was hilarious.
Ouch! What happened? She hurt my finger. Oh, it's okay. You still have 10 fingers. You know how hard we have to find a nail trick?
But did she overreact?
This man fell in love with a girl with dwarfism. Despite strong opposition from his family, he resolutely chose to marry her. However, 10 years into their marriage, they still had no children. Despair nearly consumed them. Just then, a miracle occurred. His wife became pregnant, but their happiness didn't last long. 6 months into her pregnancy, she suddenly went.
When I tore up a drawing of Messi, nobody liked it. Then I ripped a picture of Ronaldo, and people didn't like that either. After that, I tore up a drawing of Iron Man, and once again, nobody was happy. I even ripped a picture of a heart, but no one liked that either. But the moment I tore up a drawing of a like button, everyone ended up leaving a like. When I tore up a drawing of Messi, nobody liked it. Then I ripped a picture of Ronaldo, and people didn't like that.
Pistachios were so worthless in the past that most Americans barely ate them, and stores refused to sell them. There was a clear problem with them. They were hard to open and costed too much to import. Even peanut lovers didn't care about them. That's how bad it was. Then, in the 1970s, farmers in California saw a big chance when fewer pistachios were coming from other countries, so they planted thousands.
World Cup tourists, what's your honest feedback on the USA so far? I went to a World Cup match this weekend with my son, and something happened that honestly caught me completely off guard. The atmosphere was insane. The stadium was packed. People were chanting before the match even started, and my son was absolutely loving every second of it. When we got to our seats,
Pistachios were so worth.
This mom wanted to tease her.
This teacher got locked outside her class.
Don't eat this candy before you.
This is why most people are not allowed to cut a jackfruit on their own.
This hairdresser almost lost her job. Why do some movie babies look so realistic, even when they aren't real? Because some scenes use a specially made dummy face instead of a real baby. Artists carefully paint the skin, add realistic hair details, and apply layers of powder until the face looks soft and natural. By the time it appears on screen, most viewers can't tell the difference. What looks like a real.
This little boy came to visit his favorite horse. As soon as he called, the smart horse came running from a distance. After a long run, it finally reached the boy. The boy gently petted its head, creating a heartwarming moment. But this smart horse only got 2 likes. This little boy came to visit his favorite horse. As soon as he called, the smart horse came running from a distance.
This family lived near the sea, so they had only seen snow in pictures.
Here are the people who actually.
This family.
Here are the people who.
Look, as soon as this dad lifted the blanket to go to bed, he saw his youngest son sleeping comfortably across the mattress. He moved to the other side, hoping to find some space, but his daughter was already sleeping there. Then he looked near the end of the bed, thinking there might be a little room left. But his older daughter was sleeping there too. Within seconds, he realized the kids had taken.
A girl's mom secretly put a sticky paper on her back.
After her father passed away, the girl had to leave her best friend and move to another state. On their goodbye day, they painted their arms, wore white t-shirts, and hugged each other tightly. They left their memories on each other. Years later, on the girl's graduation day, her friend flew for 10 hours to see her. The moment she saw her, the girl jumped with excitement and hugged her.
These girls really wanted to have short hair, but they didn't want to cut their hair. But for them to do that, they came up with a genius idea in which they wouldn't need to cut it, and even so, they would be able to make it shorter. And with a piece of fabric, they tied the ends of their hair. Then, they rolled their hair upward and tied it to their heads with that fabric. This is the result. If you liked it, leave a like and follow me. These girls really wanted to have short. If you learn this stair trick, you can move downstairs so smoothly that it almost looks like you're gliding. People who master it can get downstairs incredibly fast without running or jumping. The trick is to step with one foot while using the other to control your balance and keep your movement flowing. It looks simple, but getting the timing right takes a lot of practice, and you might start floating down. These girls really wanted to have if you.
When this mom gave her 9-year-old son a
Why is this woman struggling to bite a single French fry? It turns out she has a condition called an open bite. This means her front teeth don't completely meet when she closes her mouth. In some cases, the space can be large enough for the tongue to fit between the teeth. This condition is often linked to childhood habits such as long-term thumb sucking or extended pacifier use. If you
Take this guy for example. He may look like a troublemaker, but he's actually someone who respects the rules. When his bus card didn't work, he didn't try to force his way onto the bus. Instead, he chose to do something.
Why do humans keep giving work to future me?
Take this.
Why do humans keep giving work to future me?
This mother is teaching her young son a skill that could one day save his life. First, she uses a doll to demonstrate.
Ever heard that people
This is a very different type of boat. Notice that the bottom is transparent, and you can.
When people found out that the small mattress samples were
This white dog got a.
Why is this man covered? Look, this octopus.
This mom wanted to create a special painting that her family would remember forever. So first, she cut a little bit of her husband's hair. Then she secretly took some of her child's hair too. She even collected some fur from her cat, along with a few strands of her own hair. At first, nobody could understand how anyone could make a painting out of something as ordinary as hair. But when everyone finally saw the finished result, they couldn't believe their.
El portero rompió el
When this kid had to decide between giving his team breakfast or sending them straight into a workout, he made the biggest mistake of his life. After he picked the paper showing a croissant and tea, his entire team instantly believed they were.
Have you ever seen a soldier get a metal pin hammered straight into their chest? It looks painful, but in the military, it's actually a celebration. Whenever a soldier earns a new rank, they're welcomed with a tradition known as blood pinning. Instead of using safety backings, the pins are slammed directly into their chest, often leaving a small puncture. Have you ever seen a soldier get a metal pin hammered straight into their chest?
Look, this woman completely outsmarted her husband after she told him that his feet smelled sour. Curious, her husband immediately bent down and sniffed his feet to check if it was true. After smelling them, he said there was nothing wrong with them at all. So the woman pretended to smell her own feet too. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up and walked away. Her husband was confused and started looking for her. Then, a little while later, he received a video from.
Even after crossing the finish line first, she still lost the race because during the final moments of this race-walking event, one athlete suddenly slowed down after mistakenly thinking she had already reached the finish line, only to realize seconds later that the race was still going, forcing her to quickly speed back up. But just as both girls were fighting for the win, the other athlete.
These people are literally licking random strangers' chewed gum off a wall. And somehow this place became a tourist attraction. This is the Gum Wall, and it might be one of the most disgusting landmarks on Earth. It all started when a few people waiting outside a theater stuck their used gum onto a brick wall. Over time, thousands of people copied them, and eventually This kid just pulled out the Sword in the Stone at Disneyland. The Sword in the Stone is one of Disneyland's most famous attractions. Every day, more than 100,000 people try to pull it out. Even the strongest people who attempt it walk away empty-handed. The theory behind it is only the chosen one can pull the sword. Crowds gather every day just to watch person
Three things you can find only in Korea. First, in Korean cafes, instead of using disposable cups, you can get your coffee in edible cups. Made from a biscuit-like material, they hold your drink perfectly. And once you're done, you can eat the cup, getting both a coffee and a snack for the same price. Next, during rainy days, stores in Korea place a machine at their entrance that allows customers to easily cover their wet shoes
Before Grandma died, she met her newborn granddaughter. She told the baby she would always protect her even after going to heaven. At first, no one believed her. But when the girl grew up and visited her grandma's grave,
If If you get into a fight with someone and feel
She thought the money soap was fake until she opened it. This girl saw a trending product. Money soap. People said there's real cash inside, but she didn't believe it, thought it was a scam. Still, so many people claimed it worked, so she decided to test it. She grabbed the soap, turned on the water, started washing it slowly, waiting for
3 things Korea does better during summer. First, during hot summer days, Korea installs misting systems in public areas like bus stops. They spray a fine mist into the air, cooling people down while they wait. It's like standing in front of a giant outdoor fan, but better. Next, staying hydrated.
This woman
3 things Korea does better during summer. First, during hot summer days, Korea installs misting systems in public areas like bus stops. They spray a fine mist into the air, cooling people down while they wait. It's like standing in front of a giant outdoor fan, but better. Next, staying hydrated is taken seriously. Free drinking water can be found in many public places, making it easy for people to cool down during the summer. Even trees are taken care of, with water bags attached near their roots to keep them hydrated in the heat. And lastly, Korea uses road sprinklers that spray water onto the streets. This helps reduce dust and lowers the temperature of the road during summer, making the environment a bit more comfortable for everyone. 3 things Korea does better during summer. First, during hot summer days, Korea installs misting systems in public areas like bus stops. They spray a fine mist into the air, cooling people down.
This woman had a special
This man was challenged to turn this piece of wood into a FIFA World Cup trophy to win a World Cup ticket, and he didn't hesitate for a second. First, he mounted the wood onto his machine and carefully prepared his tools. Then, he started shaving away the extra pieces little by little. As the wood kept spinning, the shape became thinner and 3 things that don't exist in Japan. Stop saying they do. First, this KFC flavored toothpaste is not only found in Japan, it's literally available worldwide. But just because it's a good idea, people instantly assume it's Japanese. Next, some Japan glazers said that these Oreo churros are a Japanese creation, but they were actually made by Oreo in America, and people all over the world have been making them ever since.
This mother cut off her daughter's most cherished long hair because she had been diagnosed with cancer and needed long-term chemotherapy. The high cost of treatment had completely overwhelmed the family. In order to raise
3 inventions from Japan that are absolute bullshit. First, ladies, you don't need a boyfriend now to get spanked. Japan made an eggplant-shaped pillow for grown-ass adults who can't sleep. You are supposed to cuddle a giant purple eggplant all night long. Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. and explaining to your family why a pillow is spanking you. At that point, insomnia sounds